Alright, as the title of this video suggests, a comparison of all three of the Google Pixel 8 Pro colors. I got you, and let's get to it. To start off, we got 3 new colors this year, and I actually really like all of them. We've got the new blue color called Bay, a sleek black color called Obsidian, and a really classy and elegant looking Porcelain. Taking a look at the blue first, it's actually very vibrant and bright, something you usually don't see in a Pro lineup of phones. And my favorite color is blue, so of course I'm biased, but I really like how fun the color is, especially in a sea of Pro phones that only come in boring shades. And the great thing is, Google made the color in a way that even if there is no light hitting it, it still looks very bright and vibrant, so it's definitely the color for you if you love colorful things like I do. Next, we got the sleek black Obsidian, which I think will actually be very popular for people who love the matte black aesthetic. This is one of those blacks that are just right, not being too bright of a shade, and actually truly black. The matte finish on the back actually really helps the thing reduce fingerprints as well, and it's just so much better than glossy black. It just looks so sleek, and the metallic camera bar really adds a classy touch to it. And finally, we get to Porcelain, which I really love and can't decide if I like this better than Bay or not, but it's just such a nice off-white that looks similar to champagne gold and looks really fresh in person. It's not purely white, so it's not boring, but it's also not too saturated to the point where it doesn't blend in with a minimal aesthetic. And if blue wasn't my favorite color, I definitely picked the Porcelain for its classy look. Okay, color comparison is out of the way, and let me know down below in the comments what your favorite color is and what you're getting. I unfortunately didn't get hands-on time with the Pixel 8, but the 3 colors are also fabulous too. There's the classic Obsidian black in a glossy black finish similar to last year, the green hazel from last year's Pixel 7 Pro, and new this year, a rose color, which I'm very excited to try out in person as I love pastel pink. Now, I'll tell you guys all about the new features on the Pixel 8 and 8 Pro this year, but first, let me backtrack a little bit. I had the time of my life yesterday at Google Canada's Pixel Preview event where I got to hear the product announcements and get some hands-on time before the actual event, which was super cool. Massive thanks to Google Canada for the invite and opportunity, and it was just so fun to meet everyone. I'm totally fangirling right now, but I just met so many creators that I grew up watching, and it was just a shock to me. Like, I met the absolute goats Andreas and Jan, and Siobhan as well, which I take huge inspiration from. I even met Eber from Hardware Canucks, who I've been watching since I was like in middle school, which is absolutely crazy. And I even got to see Carl Conrad and Matthew Manes, but sadly I didn't have time to say hi to them before I left. And finally, Tassif, who has been one of my biggest inspirations from day one and such an awesome mentor to me. Okay, sorry about that, but I just really had to tell you guys because it was so cool. Now, let's talk about the new phone features, but first, let me eat my custom macaroon that I got from the Google event with my face printed on it. So they had this special booth yesterday where we took a selfie with the new Pixels, and then they printed out our faces on this new macaroon, which is so cool. Alright, first bite. Crunchy. Actually tastes pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I just ate off the lower body half of my body though. That's actually really yummy. That was delicious, but also, just saying that I'll be doing a ton of coverage on both the Pixel 8, the Pixel 8 Pro, and the Pixel Buds 2, so if you really want to help this young man achieve his dreams of being a YouTuber and just want to support me, please make sure to smash that subscribe button because every single sub counts, and thank you so much. Hopefully there's no like crumbs in my braces and teeth, but anyways, starting with the hardware, the Pixel 8 is supposedly smaller this year, which is great news because a lot of people have been begging to get the smaller pixels back like the Pixel 5. And with the Pixel 8 Pro, I actually got a chance to try this out in person already, so here's some of the things I really like about it. So first of all, it feels super lightweight in the hands, and the new matte finish on the back just feels so soft to the touch, which I really like. And something they finally improved are the edges on the display, so instead of it being curved, it's now a flat display, which both feels better and is more user-friendly as you can use a normal flat screen protector and don't have to worry about palm rejection anymore. Now, for some of the most welcome improvements, the displays. So first of all, the Pixel 8 is getting a massive leap with double the brightness of the Pixel 7 at 2000 nits, and with the actual display, it should look super duper good. The Pixel 6 and 7 were historically not the brightest, so sometimes it was hard to see in the sunlight, but that won't be an issue anymore. I also really like how the Pixel 8 has a smaller 6.2-inch screen that can do 60 to 120 Hz for better efficiency. The Pixel 8 Pro, on the other hand, gets a monstrous 2400 nit display that's so bright it's actually insane. Like, I was holding it beside the window with the brightest, most harsh lighting, and even the camera could still see the display, which was absolutely wild. It also now has a 1 to 120 Hz display, which again means more battery efficiency improvements. There's also a new Tensor G3 chip, which continues to excel Google's dominance with AI technology and features on the phone. And in their keynote, they talked about this new and improved call screening, which will be even more helpful than a current version, which looks to be very useful in what I can do, which I'll explore later on when I get the device. Call screening is even coming to the Pixel Watch now, which is actually super duper neat. And finally, we get some exciting camera hardware improvements. On the Pixel 8, there's now a newer 50 megapixel main sensor that's supposed to allow in 21% more light, and the ultra-wide now has autofocus, which means you get the ability to shoot macro photos. The Pixel 8 Pro is on a whole other level though, with every single sensor in the cameras improved. You get the same new 50 megapixel sensor as a normal Pixel 8, but you also get a crazy 48 megapixel ultra-wide sensor with over double the light sensitivity. The ultra-wide sensor is actually something I use very often, as I love the look of it, and companies tend to skimp out on it with a mid 12 megapixel sensor, so I'm happy to see Google continuing to push the boundaries. And even the 5x telephoto lens has a new 48 megapixel sensor with 56% more light, and can we just appreciate how crazy it is that every single sensor is now 48 megapixels. And with the new Pro mode on the 8 Pro, that means you can take 48 or 50 megapixel photos with all three lenses. The selfie camera also now has autofocus for even sharper selfies. It's not just the newer camera hardware that's mind-blowing as well, but the new software features. On the photography side, we get this crazy new best take mode that can actually replace and modify your facial expressions in photos to something you'll like, so you'll never have someone looking bad in a photo. There's also Magic Editor, which is honestly some sort of crazy wizardry because you can literally choose anything in the image to adjust, move it, make it bigger, and all sorts of things. And as for video, there's also a new audio magic eraser in which you can selectively choose what sorts of sounds you want taken out, which is actually game-changing for helping reduce unwanted background noise. And lastly, there's a new video boost feature that's coming in which once you're done filming, you can actually send the footage to Google's Video Center, where they run computational algorithms to make the video the best quality it could be from all those super fancy supercomputers. And there's even night sight in the video now. I'm really excited to test out that feature and honestly just see what sort of results the video boost can get you. And finally, they also announced Google Assistant with Bard, and the features and prompts they showed off in the keynote was honestly just mind-blowing. We'll definitely be playing around with that as well. And lastly, both phone models actually got a $100 increase in the base price. So the Pixel 8 is now $699 USD or $949 Canadian, and the Pixel 8 Pro is now $999 USD or $1349 Canadian. But honestly, there's so many new features and improvements, I think it actually might be worth the price jump. Plus, you get a free pair of Pixel Buds Pro with a pre-order of the Pixel 8 and a free Pixel Watch 2 with the Pixel 8 Pro, which is actually so kind of Google. And to make things even better, Google will now be giving you 7, and yes, you heard that correctly, 7 years of OS upgrades to the new Pixel. So it will be supported until 2030, and if that's not value, I don't know what is. And just before we go, let's also touch on the new accessories. So the Pixel Watch 2 now gets 24 hours of battery with the always-on display enabled, and there's even fast charging for 12 hours of battery life in 30 minutes, which is great to see. There's also some upgraded software and sensors with a new heart rate sensing module with 10 times more optical channels for what Google is saying the most accurate heart rate sensing in the watch. And as for software, there's a new safety check feature where you can set a timer to check in when you're going outside, and then if you don't, your location does get sent to your emergency contacts, which is really nice. There's even a new Fitbit app which looks super clean, and I'm really excited to try that out because I've never had a Pixel Watch before. And lastly, that blue looks absolutely fantastic and I really want it. Lastly, the Pixel Buds Pro is getting some very cool new features. First up is clear calling, in which the buds automatically reduce background noise of the caller you receive so that you can actually hear them better. And it's crazy that they're doing it for the other side. And on your side, there's a new Bluetooth super wideband calling, which in short means that there's double the bandwidth for your microphone. So your voice will sound more clear and natural, especially combined with the clear calling. There's also automatic transparency mode when you talk now, and reduce latency by 50 too long and ended up just talking about all the new features of these product releases. But if you can't already tell, I'm so excited to get my hands on these devices and test out everything that's new for you guys. Google is seriously doing some awesome things, and it's only a matter of time before these devices get more mainstream and everyone really wants them, especially with all those crazy useful AI features that are just mind-blowing. But yeah, stay tuned for all my new content, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash a like and subscribe button. And also, leave down below in the comments what sort of content you guys want to see from me. And on that note, thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.